really curious as to how this works. There are so many mirrors. This is okay. Camera. Put the camera on. I swear to God, I will leave. So, I don't know what this is.
This is like you would have in a minivan.
This is a mirror. This is like some kind of UV filter. Oh, there's a mirror there as well. I have no idea what's going on, but this is my lovely sextant. So I look in here, I presume, one would presume. I don't know where the batteries go. And this is like those little knobs and stuff.
So you look at the sky with this, or what do you do?
Yes, you look at the sky.
At night?
Well, it needs to be usable during the day. So you need this, you need a watch, you need plotting paper, and some other chart thing, which is in the post. So next time we're live, we'll have more.
When did people start doing this? Do you know that?
Over 100 years ago.
100 years ago. Okay.
What is this? What the hell?
A rainbow poop emoji.
I have never seen that before. Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine a rainbow poop emoji. That's cool.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I don't know what happened.
Good job, guys.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
IRL rainbow poop emoji.
Rainbow poop emoji. I didn't even know what to do. That's completely throwing me off. We were on Inferno, right?
Yeah. Based on last game, I have no idea now how to predict how things should go. Because again, it was. So if we look at that last game from. Are we talking about the game? Or?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
We can do that.
Oh, sorry.
So look at that game, Mo. I mean.
Yeah.
Come on, talk.
Okay, based on that game, what do you think will happen, Mo? Because I think that looked really good for Renegades, but then they sort of just really didn't know what they were doing on that CT side. Got a little bit outclassed in certain spots, and the skill advantage they leveraged in the first half, they couldn't find that on the second half, and I'm not sure exactly why. So, either way, Renegades start on the T side, and this is beautiful. Taking engagements very early as the CTs, and doing it in the sort of the safest way you can. Really good. Thin out the numbers. That's what you want. It's very hard to play this round if you don't take a play like that. If you play passively, you get the Glocks overwhelm you. Your rotations are long. It's a death sentence.
It's going to be a strong pop flat. Oh,
never mind. He goes to CZ. I like to keep the 5-7, but it's just so kill people with it, man. P to 50 all day. But again, in a situation where you're going to be up against lots of different people, doesn't really offer you much more than the USP does. It's about the CZ or the 5-7. I do use that strat quite a lot, actually. The smoke by the half wall, mainly on an anti-force buy or anti-eco run. I think that if you expect a rush up banana, you can throw the smoke with such a timing that the T's are close enough to it that they are like, oh, we have an opportunity. But if you have 2 or 3 people there, then you can wipe them out if they are expectant of flashbangs and are behind the wall and so on and so forth to initially engage around sandbags, blah, 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 blah. Tune into my stream, and sometimes you'll see me do it when I'm not raging at everyone all the time, which is actually all the time.
So never.
So you won't see it, yeah. Because I'm busy raging.
Where's your thing? Do you breathe in?
Where's my my asthma thing? I don't know, actually. It might be in my bag. I'm going to go and check. That's a good question.
Bosh.
Bosh.
Wasn't the meatiest of shots.
Breaking everything on your way out, James.
Oh, nice. The meat shots counts. Wow, that's pretty impressive because they didn't have many grenades and they managed to find the perfect way to use the HE. Only one shot was connected onto Cadian. Then the HE's found as he's rotating. That's actually nuts. I love that. And they're going for a B split. They are making this force buy look really good. If they had they have a smoke for CT or wherever they want as well on Usile. Maybe you don't want it on CT. Maybe you want it for post plant, considering the split here. Oh my god. And Rogue are playing so passively, they've got no idea this is about to happen. Oh well, Hiko has a suspicion. And now they know, but there's not much he can do. There's too many players, too many man. Too many man. And that'll be the bomb planted, and looks like they're going to force Rogue probably to save here.
Renegades love doing that B split. They do that split many times. I expect to see that same B split happen 3-4 more times as half. That'd be my guess.
It's very strong, yeah. The thing as well is that it really punishes teams that play too passively as well, because they don't get the information in time. So that's another really big benefit of it. And also the other thing that makes it look really cool is that if you have good defaults and you can push the A defense onto the sites, you can create a lot of spots where it looks like you have maybe just a lurker there and you're going B normally, or it looks like you're doing an A split, but really you're doing a B split. It can look like so many different things, and that's, like, I guess, also a big strength.
Yeah, that's a good point. It works for you in so many ways. It's very scary and annoying as a CT when you lose your arch player, or when somebody's lurked up arch.
I did not find my my asthma pump, but I'll tell you what I did find. My Game Boy Advance.
Didn't
in
know
my bag.
Lost.
Will that restore breathing?
Breathing capability? No, not really. Checking the lineup is sick, and there goes the grenade. Chunky, 40 damage. Chunks. Chunks like a strawberry gâteau.
Beefaroni.
As the smoke dissipates, perfectly placed Molotov to stop anybody holding a line with any weapons. Only CZs in this round. Pure CZs. Even Hiko, a man who is notable for 5.7s, has some highlights around quad on cash with the 5.7 savaging people, has chosen to give it up. Although I think specifically on a map like Inferno, I would equip the CZ when I remember over the 5.7, because there are certain positions where you don't even need to aim too much. Point and shoots like a digital camera. What happened to that coin thing from Kodak? Are they making coin machines, right? Coin mining machines or something?
Excuse me?
Kodak. They had a... They announced they were making some coin mining machines or something, and their stock went up like some stupid degree.
They renamed their... Yeah, they renamed themselves to something coin or something crypto or something.
No, I don't think they did that. But they... Or maybe they did that.
Yeah, they just renamed... A lot of companies just renamed themselves, and then their stock went up like crazy. It was so stupid. Like food companies and stuff. Just put coin in.
It's all machines, that's why.
Wow.
It's all machines buying stocks these days.
That's really smart.
Is that really why?
I would assume so, yeah. They look at trends and buy things in fractions of a second. In fractions of a second.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like, that's really smart that everyone did that. That's really cool. Exploit the system, break it.
I used to be an auction sniper on Neopets.
Neopets.
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
It's an online virtual game, web page browser-based game where you have your own life in a Neopet. And you can get into pet battles and get Neo points and buy paintbrushes and paint your pets and trade and do auction snipes and stocks.
Oh, you were a cute little kid, weren't you? I was throwing stones and running from the police, and you're on Neopets. I was throwing eggs at people.
I didn't throw eggs at anybody. So I don't know why you're proud of that.
18 eggs for £1.50. I didn't say I was proud, it's just what it was.
£1.50.
18 eggs. 18 eggs for £1.50, yeah.
Of course you're going to throw some.
What kind of... What's in those eggs? Are you sure those even came from chickens?
Don't know, mate. Certainly wasn't eating them, though.
Ask the people that landed them.
18 eggs for £1.50.
There's something wrong there.
That's why I'm really good at throwing things.
There's something wrong with that.
Is that why you lose so many games?
Nice, very nice, very nice.
Nice.
I don't understand why I lose so many games.
It's coming.
It is everyone else, though.
It's everyone else.
Dude, tune into my stream. Tune into my stream. It's everyone else. But why do I always get to everyone else?
Why do I get everyone else? That's amazing.
Because people, I need like to change my name. I've got enough points to change my name to not James Bardolph.
I don't think that would trick anybody.
Oh,
just like, to another name.
Because people are like, oh, I'll pick him, and then it's like, great.
But someone has to pick you, James.
You're just saying like anybody who's a fan of you is bad.
Yeah.
That's funny. I understand that. I don't know. I always choose a different name when playing any games. Because then it's never about just playing the game. Just want it to be about gaming, playing games.
Gaming.
I I'll change my name to ABC, then when they figure it out, I'll change it to DEF. Nobody will know. So we have a bye from both of these teams, finally. I do think the CT sides will have more success. I think the style, the layout of the map is more suited to the style of these teams, so I don't think we'll have a T side whitewash with necessarily, like we saw on the previous map. Oh! Falls for the second peak, but he's got GMD there. Who was baiting whom?
Burst onto top mid, looking to focus on the arch play, and as Norda stated, they love getting on that speedway, and they will speed along as quickly as they can onto the site. Nifty's somewhat trapped. This is smart. Take top banana. It's a really smart way to handle this. Just commit everything into it. You can give away the site, just hold top banana, and then you open up the retake. It's not as effective though if all of your teammates also come banana. That's not the ideal, but that's okay because there's only 2 players left, and they are not going to be able to hold on or be strong.
Yeah, it's certainly an act of self-preservation first and foremost. How do we stay alive? How do we get at least 1 kill? And which part of the map is going to have less people? That round could have gotten very sour because Cadian mistimed his flash, or threw the flash and then switched too quickly, and just in that one timing alone let 3 people go into CT.
Yeah.
But they had the read there, like, oh, splash arch right now. But it was a good hold by Rogue. Good idea to push banana. The 2 people. Oh my god.
That was so close.
That is a free fire.
Oh, he was from second mid. I thought it was from
Yeah.
or something.
That was the guy whose elbow you saw.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to see that POV if we can.
Just what can you do? I heard some typing in the chat. Kate probably just shell shocked. It took him a while to process what just happened.
That was a free fire and a half. Oh my god.
Player lost on both sides. We see Renegades with a renewed focus towards A, but they've just been smoked off. Yustilo is in position to be flashed through. Although it's Azza, he's the last man, and he's only got a smoke, so no flash. So use that smoke towards Arch, or a different one. Spotting this player in the pit. Standard pop flash, although 2 players will get caught. Now they start to move in. Ooh, Nifty's been picked off by a flank, I think. Indeed he has, so they've got to move fast. And it's a move into disaster, into an earthquake. There's an ant in a milkshake.
Ooh.
Yo, bro.
Yikes, dude.
Nice.
That was nuts.
I love that.
I don't think Hayden even fired the shot there. I think he just looks at his computer and just wonders why. That's okay. Did he back? Oh, that's a nice flick. Hello. No pit for you.
Stay in pit.
It's like another round that ends on a failed lane take when they had 5 people. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Not really much you can do here from Renegade's position. Dying is pretty much all that you're able to do. And that's what's going to happen.
Death is in the auction.
Oh, trying to be sneaky. Sneaky beaky.
Sneaky beaver.
Renegades. Up with the AKs again. Rogue happy. I wonder if Cadian, if Cadian would switch up his position. Oh, there's another op now, so maybe not. Or like an apps push or something. I think that could be really, really awesome this round to get an off angle, a forward off angle with the AWP somewhere that's not middle. Because obviously Cadian's been working that a lot, and he's going apps indeed. That's exactly what I wanted for Cadian. And he's going all the way deep. He has to stay scoped in, obviously. He doesn't want to give away any sound cues by scoping, rescoping. This, you just can't. I mean, you can try to pre-fire this, sure, but Cadian still has the advantage. He will get scared away from the angle, and that's because of Yustilo pushing the window, though it is dealt with nicely by Vice. So, this thing's going fairly well here for Rogue.
No. Oh, no.
It's annoying. But it won't probably matter too much.
Well, there is time on the clock for Renegades to make a decision. It seems that Nifty is asking questions of Inferno, of Banana. I do wonder if we head in this direction just to show some presence. I feel like surely he will with the time on the clock, and maybe they head there, or maybe they just try to pull rotation. There are no eyes towards Arch now. So the flashbang, a few footsteps, and now they've got a 4 versus 2 on A instead of a 4 versus 3.
Ready. Ooh, can't quite hit the shot quickly enough. And he'll be sprayed down through the box, as is Vice. Well, no box for Vice, but bullets to the head. Nice burst from Renegades. Caught Rogue off guard. Again, they cut noise long enough that the defense split up and was more vulnerable.
That was a little bit unfortunate for Cadian. Took a shot, missed, but then it was like another quick switch. Fiasco
it seemed like there was some hesitation there, or
it seemed like he
couldn't decide what he wanted to do.
Yeah, it seemed like his hand shook or something, like he clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there, but at that close range, I mean, he might have even got 2.
Maybe.
But we are asking a lot. He was supposed to die by that point.
This is true too.
4-4.
Your dad is 44.
Your dad is 44. Still asking man for draw. Have you ever asked man for draw, Launders?
What's draw?
Drugs. I don't know what the actual literal definition of a draw is, because I've never asked man for draw. But if I were to ask man for draw, I'd expect like some kind of drugs in return. I suppose weed or skunk.
I mean,
Go on, Dan.
Potentially incriminating, James. Why are you asking people these questions?
Why? Weed is legal in California. You can ask man for draw.
Either way. Oh, Nifty doesn't know which way to turn. To the left, to the right. It's quite the fright. Get Rogue now shuffling back into B, looking for that defense. Not an easy one though. They are locked out due to the grenades, but they do have the numbers advantage. Cadian's holding construction with that AWP. That's going to be hard for Renegades to break, and they'll choose to just sit on the site. So CT's in a great position here. So many incendiaries. They've got 3 incendiaries, smokes, flashes for days. There should not be a world where Rogue cannot retake this bomb site. They can smoke off top banana as well.
Yep, there's no fight. Oh boy.
Ooh. Hugged by flames. Ustilo trying to hide, trying to stand in the corner. Can he buy enough time? He can't. It will be round number 5 for Rogue. Surviving with 4 players as well. Crucial for the CT side, collecting a second sniper rifle as well. Life is good for the time being for Rogue. Rogu.
And there you see another benefit of doing defaults, because one of the things that defaults are really good at is that you're challenging map control, and that means that you will expend CT resources. Like, so then when you go into the mid-round or late rounds set piece, they won't have those incendiaries. They won't have that option to crush your defense like that. So, it's, ooh, hello.
Hello.
Hit in the face by a grenade.
In the face.
Oh boy.
Ooh, GMD. Oh dear. Oh, that must have hit the wall. Sick. Got to be careful here. They're pushing him fast. Doesn't have time for the grenade. Misses the flick shot. He's still close to the angle. They won't commit to the trade though, or to just follow up before the frag. Sick will get come to Asa eventually with the HE.
Oh, beautiful from Vice.
Easy.
Shut it down.
How did they win that round? Oh my god. That was a nice nade from Sick. Good immediate boost. Good fallback plan. The setup was really janky though. They one person at sandbag. I guess maybe Sick wasn't quite in position yet. Didn't expect Azur to be running all the way up banana like that. So potentially Sick would have moved up a little bit, been closer to sandbags, but he was in a position to just get killed and no trade would have been possible.
Glocks. It's a Glock train with 1 flashbang from Azur. Does that mean balcony play? No, it means burst top mid, up close. Cadian missing the first shot. The cleanup from Vice is going to be brief and unsuccessful. The pop flash from Cadian holding the arch angle. Spots the first player out on T215. Nice adjustment from him, but he can't finish things off. Still a player long, still a player short. JKS with the AWP, but the cavalry is on the way. They're on the horses. They got the muskets out. The blunderbuss. 2-on-2. Then bomb is going down. JKS, this is doable. This would be a steal. Oh, boy.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Nice. Bit of pre-firing there, I think. Just a bit of pressure onto the angle. Actually gets the headshot. So that's always nice. Sick will try to creep in, but he'll get discovered. Round for Renegades. And the money is plentiful for Rogue. Oh, okay.
Nice.
That's deep.
That was not a pre-fire indeed. I am mistaken. 1-0 for Rogue on Cadian. Will he get aggressive again? I think it's always going to be good if you can find a good spot for it.
Where do we cross mid like that?
Ooh, nifty. He sees it coming, and he manages to escape. Bounce with me. Look at the hunt from Sick. He has a smoke grenade to replenish the one at the bottom of Banana, as does Hiko. So, looks like Banana may be out of action for a while. And Renegades may think, okay, around a minute mark, we can get something going here. That is an expensive way to clear the area, but what is the purpose of this? Is this to draw people towards the balcony position, expectant of a play? The CTs already are, with a double peek of their own. There is the re-smoke, which is probably not what Azza was expecting. That is a pain in the bum. And now Rogue will have a fourth player towards the A site, but as you can see from the lineup of Jacob, there may be action here towards Banana. Sick has no grenades but a flashbang. He has no Molotov or anything like that to slow players down. Hiko has no grenades whatsoever. He can't throw a flash into pool, so there's nothing to slow this push from Renegades.
That's not what you want to see if you're in the position of Renegades here. Another nice pick as the desperation push comes up. Renegades have not really left themselves with much time, and they'll have to cut some corners here. And the corners will have also their numbers being cut at the same time. Cross. The smoke is awful. Oh dear. This look like they're just desperation.
Yeah.
No time, have to run everywhere.
They saw GMD second mid, and they must have realized that Rogue had an idea of what they were doing. But I think Rogue was still playing the guessing game at that point, but either way, they decided to turn tail and go back towards the A site. Cadian Arch getting a pick off, and then it was really cool to see Vice at the end there. He sees two players on top of mid. There are 20 seconds on the clock. He does not need to engage them. That's not a hill he needs to die on. They've got so many advantages, and just dying there would make life harder for his own team. So he just waits, backs up. They throw desperation, smoke, mess it up, and it just gets worse for Renegades from there. So Rogue now has 7 rounds on their CT side. Much better job of things on the CT side than Mirage, but I do expect this of both teams. Renegades with 5 rounds on the board so far. Definitely have a second half to play, even if they don't get any more rounds. Pap, 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 pap. Scooty pap, pap.
Sauce. Raw sauce. Well, that bomb is very far away. They are not even entertaining the idea of a potential bomb plant. So it's just about getting some damage. Deagle will help. The waiting game. Rogue not taking a chance. Ooh, goodbye.
Hello.
8-5. Rogue doing well on the CT side, and this is interesting. I honestly really don't know who is favored in this game, because I keep feeling like Rogue is an underdog, but they are playing basically at the same level as Renegades. So credit to them for that.
Yeah, we'll see about the T side. That'll be, you know, a whole different game. But so far, it looks like the score makes sense because Renegade T side is just some of it's good, some of it's bad, and so they don't have as many rounds. You know, it's been a mixed bag for them.
Sailing through the to land at the feet of JKS. GMD looking down because flashbangs can come from either side, or maybe he's just lining something up. There was a round we saw where flashes came from either side, but I wrote it down wrong, so couldn't find it in the demos.
Could have worked on annotation. There's some shorthands on the go.
I would love to learn shorthand. Secretaries at my old work, well, one of them knew it. It's pretty cool. Squiggly lines. 50-second mark for Renegades. Shoulder peek from Ustillo, trying to get some cheap information. So you can see Rogar playing a very shallow hold here. Pico on Speedway once more. Spotting towards Arch, but with the grenades he sees, he will start to engage around the pillar. Only one kill for him.
Trying to go for that pinch, but actually it's going to be that move through CT again.
Wow, this is a little bit risky because they're splitting up their 2 people, but they're going into 1. At this point, they're going to wish they went back, but yeah, there's so little time that Sick could actually stop this. Oh.
Whew. Scary. Very scary.
It's interesting.
Because they had the pinch on the A bomb side, which really makes the CT positions quite kind of worse. So
yeah,
it seems like they were just afraid, a bit too afraid.
I wonder why he peeks there. There was 7 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, 6 mines, like, I definitely think he should have waited more for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you always want to catch someone pressing W if you can. So he saw a chance. He got the 1 kill, almost got 2, but I think ideally he peeks wide enough to only see 1 person, take that fight, then delay as long as possible. But if someone comes on both sides of him...
Yeah, I mean, he probably realizes there's more than 1 person there, and they are going to check the site. The way they went through construction first is kind of telling of that, so... Again, I'm not going to say it was wrong, but with the time on the clock, I think you can make the hero play and not give them time to trade and plant the bomb.
Yeah,
I think he tried to do that, yeah. So for the Renegades, I just think that's one, you know, they're always short on time, and it's like, that's one of the reasons you don't want to be short on time. You don't have to run so much in that situation.
Whoops!
Pretty much.
Do they read that 1 person is towards the B bomb site? They will be careful. That is, well, not expecting a second AWP there, so the peek is fine. Cadian making his way over. I don't think they would hear him from where they're standing. If they were to the left corner, then they very likely would if their headphones were good enough. Not many are. Mine are, of course. Cadian and Hiko. Ready to defend the B-bomb site. Maybe not willing, but they'll have to. Choice has been taken away.
Cadian, we don't have too much of a reason to doubt them. He's been pretty good so far, and it continues. First shot connected, second shot whiffed. How much more can he get? Another whiff, that's an opportunity. That is the one that you definitely wanted to connect.
Last round. They've got to go for it. They must. JKS with some cheeky wallbangs. Hiko firing some shots back. Perhaps in frustration. Perhaps hoping for something, an opening. Almost all the utility gone now on the T side. Azza forced wide into the open, into the bullets. Is there time for this? 2 of these 3 CTs have kits, and they've both died. It's down to Hiko now on his own versus 3 players. And surely not running out of bullets in his M4, running out of health. JKS finishing things off for a very tight scoreline in the first half.
It's always a good after-plant situation when every CT gets shot in the side or has to turn around. That was like the perfect coordinated setup. And we saw Azure basically die in the Molotov because he just recognized that at this point, as if I delay long enough, you know, that's what I have to do. And if I peek right now, if they're going to 100% be holding for it. If I wait the extra time, I'm still going to die, but I might be able to kill somebody. He didn't kill anybody, but the thought was good.
Charging up A. Okay, Cadian. Okay, if you insist. He's still trying to beat a bouncer, but he can't hold the door closed. They've made their way into the club, and they're smashing all the glasses. Drinking the champagne, and they're shouting at the women. 4 versus 2. Azza and JKS now around the arch position, trying to do what they can. But what can they do? There is a smoke. Azza can try to separate these players, but where are they? So many questions. Not quite in a library. They may not find their answers. JKS and Azza. 1 for 1. 1 for none.
So Rogue with the good starts. Will Renegades commit themselves into having no utility on their first buy round? That's like the first thing that I'm afraid of. Oh, it looks like they maybe won't. Just going with some smokes and CZs, so it's effectively the same as just getting deagles. And Nifty is saving fully, so and yeah, it's actually could be quite interesting. It depends how Rogue will handle it. They did go pretty fast on their Mirage anti-ecos and anti-force buys, and it looks like they may do the same here. This is a good way to handle all the smokes. And that pillar is taking a lot of bullets. It will protect the player for the time being, but eventually the Rogue forces will overwhelm. And this is another benefit of going fast. The smokes had no time to do anything. They couldn't use them.
That's true. Is that a Star Wars reference? Rogue Forces.
What's that?
Rogue Forces.
Nope, no reference there. Unless, well, unintentional maybe, but I feel like a lot of teams do play the anti-force buys a bit too scared, on Inferno especially. I think that's something we've seen a lot in the past.
Yeah, I wonder if scouting will become the prevalent way to take the anti-ecos in, where you just send MAC-10 A or B or Halls or whatever. It feels like that's one of the, maybe the best, most consistent way to do it.
Yeah.
Because like Crossfire at mid, I mean, Astralis are so good at ecoing on this map, like consistently versus great teams with their smokes.
Goodbye, Sick. Can we just observe the fact that that was observed? All these little things. People just don't understand, man. I understand.
Sliggy.
People just don't know. They don't know. Sliggy's been asking man for a draw. That's why he's ready for these little moments.
We observe in the major, so.
Yeah, you can't ask man for draw at the major.
Oh, we're still talking about draw.
10-7. And we have JKS on a CZ75. I don't know what CZ stands for. We should get our hands on a CZ. Because I'm also interested in the elongated clip it has. And how it looks in real life. So we should do a sound of CSGO of the CZ75. We will hopefully have some sounds of CSGO soon, some new ones. Waiting on some confirmations before we go off to do some filmings. Right there.
Really parody the reload time.
11-7. It probably takes that long to reload it anyway. Vice with a MAC-10. 3 players, sans helmets. Jacob sees an arse. Early warning to Nifty, who misses the shot, gets around the corner, but will he get any further? No.
So fast here, Rogue, and they will just be bulldozing this defense with the speed, power speed.
Damn, really like the setup for Renegades. They had the op at lane as well. It was just a great flash from Rogue, totally caught Nifty off guard. He even had supported Arch, got rushed right through the Molotov. The flanks were right there in place, but yeah. That was perfect. They couldn't have done anything more. Just needed to connect with the bullets.
Bullets. Doesn't feel the same shouting out about Richard Lewis.
Is that who says it?
He encourages me to say it.
Oh.
Because it's like London Jamaicans. Not that I'm at
You're
all
my
Jamaican.
favorite London Jamaican.
Not that I'm at all Jamaican, but it's...
Not the slang was influenced heavily by Jamaican.
Jamaicans. Beer can.
Jamaicans.
Jamaican, man.
Beer can.
Beer can.
Beer can. Beer can.
Jamaica's on my hit list, eventually.
Zine.
What?
Hmm?
What did you say?
Zine.
Scene. Oh, okay. I see what you... So you said zine. I don't know. Your Canadian accent. The boots. I can't understand what you're saying, Launders. Well, Rogue are enjoying the spoils for the time being. Renegades with 2 rifles and a pistol here, a pistol there, and another pistol. Taken with a smoke in response. He is the utility man in this round. He has a HE grenade. And he's got the molly as well. Sick peeking through the corner of the smoke, but he will find nothing. Vice keeping an eye on things, but the CTs are starting to creep through these apartments. Not seeing much in mid, and now we've got a two-man rotation. So JKS, the second rifleman, has said this could be a reasonable hold.
Well, it's going to be tough though. All the smokes down, trying to rush through it. JKS playing around the side. Oh, he has to be able to get that frag. And without that, he can't really make any damage happen. There's no chance for Azza. The domino effect.
That was another round. They get like a lot of info. They had the stack and everything. They were like in pretty good spots. That smoke timing, that's the one that Happy basically invented. Just waiting for the smoke to go on top of Banana and then pushing through it just as the execute comes out and then being on the other side of the execute and then CZing everybody. But it's hard to say like how you calculate that timing. You hear the smokes go over, all right, a few seconds before they run through, then you push through. And the timing was missed by just a little bit. It was close.
Chaos. Rogue are really exploiting this fast pace. It's absolutely crushing Renegades. They can't seem to hold on against it.
Yeah, I mean, that round they didn't have all the guns they needed, but in my opinion, you run that like a few different times, Renegades will win it. Because they had everybody ready to fight. And
that's kind of it. I mean, this is also something that United are good at. They have a level of fearlessness when it comes to Inferno, which is... And that's actually kind of what separates them. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily anything else against certain other teams, but I feel like the fearlessness unlocks more of the map and more plays to the degree where you don't get so bogged down by smokes and you know, by respecting the CTs as much and the choke points as much, so you can feel more free on the map. And that's what they do. Well, look at Hiko go. He's going straight in there. It's a nice play to make, but it will not catch Renegades off guard. The fast pace is something they're ready for at this point. The real push coming through the balcony, and if there's no flashbang here, that's going to be tough. Oh, that's a good frag.
Isilo catching Sick with a grenade in his hand, but he knows another man is there. Vice making plays, Nifty moving into position, but there are flashbangs here. Isilo on the low ground taking GMD out, but Vice is still around, and now Isilo can be the bait. Or can he? The smoke will isolate the two players. Vice has Cadian now in the apartments. Isilo's been taken out, but Nifty still lurks around the site itself. Are they willing to push it? What is that?
Oh, man.
Leaving JKS alone, moving in from the B bomb site. He has a flash, he has a kit. But does he have a hope in hell?
I was just about to chalk this round up to Rogue maybe getting a little bit overzealous with their pushes. But after that, I mean, my goodness, JKS is very unlikely to win this round. Pretty good retake position, but it's going to be tough, especially if they've got someone dedicated to watching it. Which they don't, so maybe they will. No, seems unlikely.
Wow.
Damn.
1 HP, Jesus.
Everyone is dead. But that doesn't matter because the money is with Rogue and not with Renegades.
And the other thing is, you know, Hiko runs all the way through top banana, through their smoke and everything. And it's like potentially overzealous, but they're running so high on confidence, they just won so many rounds in a row.
Psychological warfare.
You're allowed to do it.
It has merits.
Get a few of those rounds in. You've earned it.
That's the thing. That's why it's dangerous too, because if he just gets one of those frags, it just changes everything. Even if he gets traded, it's really strong.
So mad. They're just so mad.
How many times have you seen rounds won just by fast pick on banana? Second pick comes because the other guy's out of position. Then the round's just over. So you got to be wary of that in Renegade's shoes, but doesn't look like they can even afford shoes at this point. They are in trouble. Going for a half buy and playing for overtime, essentially.
And they already have half the score of their opponents, so it will be a long road back. Not impossible, but certainly improbable. Renegades going for a walk. Stroll. It's almost parquet flooring. Looks nice.
Nice.
Standing on the tiles though. And the tiles is where they will lay. The cold tiles of Inferno. Nobody likes tiles in the winter. And this game is looking pretty cold for Renegades at the moment.
It's not a good time, is it? Oh, nice. Nice nade. Nico will catch that one. 15-7, match point for Rogue. Renegades yet to show. And now Rogue are going to be rejoicing.
Feels like this season is going to come down to a lot of round difference matches, especially if they keep going 1 for 1.
Yeah, everyone's taking them L's, man. Taking them L's. However, we'll see if Renegades can keep the fight. They can fight the good fights. We've got 2 snipers. Nifty announces his position. Will they be ready for JKS? Is there a flash there? Perhaps a smoke. Doesn't take the shot. Some people might have waiting for the peek. Oh, legs are being spotted, and GMD walks into it. He stays for the second frag and lands it as well.
Quick 3v4 for Rogue to deal with. That's actually not too bad, 3v4. Often, like, if you wait enough time here, the CTs will go to a bomb site, which will leave Arch fairly open. Or if this Arch is not open, then the bomb site itself is on A. So we're just going to go through. This is really awesome to see. Just go through the no respect play, try to trade out, and it's going to be a 1v3 now for Sick. He's got to get the bomb though, and it doesn't seem like he can get there all that quickly enough. AWP is collected. The AWP is how you could make this work. Find those untradeable kills. Or that can happen.
3 plays surviving for Renegades, much needed. We've explained why before. They can drop the rifles and have a goodbye all around. 7 more rounds for Rogue to try and take this one over the line, and they've got loads of money.
If I'm Rogue here, this is where I do like, Halls pop. Something that's like aggressive, but it's something they haven't done yet. And just to test that part of the map as well. Just to throw it in as one of the things that they can do.
Well, it wasn't far off on that occasion. GMD flying into the pit. Can't hang around too long top mid. Some T sides will have a player creep through second mid into the pit and just pop up from nowhere. Vice showing some presence in the apartments area. Maybe trying to draw the attention of the top mid AWPer. There are some nice angles if you've got a smoke down top mid as CT looking through into apartments with AWP. I'm a keen user of such stratego. 4 players towards A. This could spell disaster for Renegades.
Yeah, the 4-1 gamble stack setup. Full execute. JKS will be good for it. Oh, wow.
Wow, turns around. Oh, I am on fire. IS appears to be on fire. Well, he's delayed them enough. They're still just making their way in now, and there's a 2-man rotation already. A quick boost as well. Some free fire for the T's, but where is the disaster? What all Molotov can do? I can't even speak English anymore. These trades are coming in now. He goes the last man standing, spots an elbow, but Nifty will land a kill. That should have been it, surely.
Yeah, he delayed for so long. The JKS did a Molotov perfectly timed. They just didn't go through it. They should have, probably. Or they should have smoked it or something. But JKS did a really good job. And they put him in such an awkward spot, too. Molotov up on second oranges, and he was turning around for the flashes, turned back around, saw the fire, was like, oh my god. They have me. I think he dropped the smoke on second oranges just so he could sit on it in case it got mollied.
Vice. Point man.
Pulse pop. Pop, pop.
Indeed, going for the pop, the burst, the explosion, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be fast action onto the A side as they start to funnel through the choke points, which have been smoked off. And maybe they're calling it off here. Caught behind a smoke. Starting to fall back. Rotations in from Renegades. Rogue have a 4v4. They have a lot of time. They can reset the round. They do not have to commit into the site. They will commit. Hiko gets the entry, and he's still in now. Flashed. Beautiful flash there. JKM stuck in the open. That's going to be a 3v1. Rogue so close on the cusp of victory here. That's not a shot you can afford to miss. JKS makes good for it, but the trade is in 16-9, and Rogue with a pretty convincing win on Inferno.
Well done. Kept the pace high. Confidence was super high, and the T side was very, very strong. And even on CT, actually, I mean, Renegades just didn't look that great on Inferno, honestly. They did some of the same stuff they do on CT side. They, unfortunately, I think some of the early season rounds they played well but didn't win. But by that point, it was too late.
Too late to apologize. See the final round of the game here. Nice to see some CT round 1 though. Rogue had a good first half and even better second, one could argue.
They looked way more comfortable, and also way more comfortable within their style of play, which was a bit more, again, a United-esque. A little bit of lack of respect on the smokes. Quite fast to make those plays through smokes or through choke points. Some good trading. And we can see Vice absolutely went off, as did Sick in this game. And definitely two players you look to on this lineup as sort of the newer sort of players to this level of play, especially Sick. Very young player, lots of talent. So good to see them really enabled in this match.
Here is the leaderboard, how things are looking. So we see Liquid and Rogue still in the middle at the moment, but they do both have games in hand over those above them, and less losses for the time being. We'll see if that stays the same way or if it changes. Cloud9 could even not end up in the top 2, potentially. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, they've got 2 more games to play and potentially win, potentially lose. So that is it for now. We're going to be back in a while, actually, not soon, with some more Counter-Strike. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you get alerts when we do go live. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time. Adios.